Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm here to do the reading for the month of December. So, this is how it's going to work. You can pick 1, 2, or 3. Okay? And whatever card you pick, there's going to be a reading for that card. So, card number 1. The Two of Fire. Card number 2, Fairies and Sieves. Card number 3, Seven of Water in reverse. So all you have to do is make a choice of which one resonates with you. Okay? You choose the one that resonates, and that is the one that we're going to go with. Okay. Now, or you go with. Whatever floats your boat. However spirit is moving you. Okay. So, card number 1. If this resonated with you, this is the Two of Fire. Now, the Two of Fire, talks about deliberation. Maybe there's a choice you have to make. Are you happy and content? Is there some type of hesitation? You know, you do need to look before you leave, before you go through that door. There's the male lion and the female lion. Maybe you need to join forces for mutual understanding before going through that door. Or these are the two forces within yourself that you need to be clear on before you go through that door. Because once you go through that door, nothing's going to be the same again. So this is basically saying, look before you leap. So do some due diligence and deliberation here, which is really interesting because right now we have the Sun in Sagittarius. So this is about taking steps to increase your understanding, your awareness of the big picture. And this is also a good time this month to do some probing. And if this has to do with your resources or your relationships, you have Venus and Capricorn. This is across the board. So this will be a good time to get serious about your finances and your relationships. If that's your concern, is that the door you want to go in? You know what I'm saying? Also, this whole month overall, the Sun is like Sagittarius here. We think about being gregarious and all that, but there's the bigger part, which is that understanding and awareness of what's going on around you before you make the choice. Because once you go through that door, everything is going to change. So let's see what cards we pull with that. First card here is we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this is like, I hate my job. I hate my life. Oh, this situation. I need a new job. I need a new life. I need to regenerate my health. I hate my relationship. But what are you doing about it? This in reverse is basically saying you're doing nothing. And if you keep waiting to make a decision on your life, other people are going to make it for you. So this is really talking about apathy. So are you apathetic about making a change? Or there's no or with apathy. Now this also is a good time, in a sense, to be very practical and visualize what you want. Now, Capricorn is going to be going into Jupiter, although no one's going to really feel the effects until the end of January. It's like it's being hidden by the sun. So using this time now to figure out if you want something new, you need to start visualizing it, so that you can get organized. This is a good time to get organized, and also making sure that you're acting with integrity. Integrity is definitely what's going to be needed here. Now, the message from Spirit is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is like the apprentice. So if you're feeling some kind of way, basically this is saying you have an opportunity, but you're being apathetic. And are you being apathetic because the page, the cups, is emotion, but the page is like the apprentice. So is there some emotional immaturity you maybe have to deal with within yourself? Or is it that there's other things going on in your life that are emotionally pulling on you? But at the same time, with this Page of Cups, there is a certain amount of being curious. And like I said, maybe some immaturity. However, the message is to continue to study and to dedicate yourself to what you are doing, and good results will not take long to arrive. But do not let yourself be distracted by false or illusions, other people's facade, or allowing yourself to get be emotionally manipulated. Now, also this Page of Cups, maybe this is not you. Maybe you're dealing with someone young and emotionally immature. And they're the reason why you're not stepping into your future. Maybe that's the reason you're feeling a little bit apathetic. Only you know the answer to that. But whatever it is, it's pulling on your heart. But you got the key here. This is for the heart chakra. There is recovery. Any emotional upset, anything that they say is basically pulling at your heartstrings, you have the key to make a change and recover from that situation. I feel here very strongly that if you take your time and evaluate and look at all matters of perspective, especially with the Sagittarius sun right now, till the end of the month, looking at the big picture, and also visualize the results you want, so that you could really put together or organize a plan of action, so that you'll be able to move forward going into January, especially towards the end of January. Recovery. You have the keys. You have the key. And the last is the Oracle card. And I guess this sums it up. Begin now. Take your first step. Even if you're taking the first step is deciding to visualize on what you want. Taking the first step is getting things organized. Taking a step is allowing yourself to look at the big picture. Taking the first step is also just continuing to study and dedicate yourself to what you want, and not get distracted by all the other stuff that's going on around you. This is interesting to me. So you have a bold choice. Now, is this balancing the male, female, yin, yang energy within yourself? Or maybe you need to decide on partnering with someone so you both can go through this door together. There's no time for apathy here. Continue to study and get balance and look at the bigger picture here. You can recover. You have the key here. Recovery is possible. You have a choice. All you have to do is begin now, even if it's organizing your plans or putting your plan of action together and visualize what you want. This is about starting, taking that first step. So you have a choice if you picked door number 1. Now, for those of you that picked number 2, which is the fairies and sifts. Now, this is about a lot of mental focus, even maybe a telepathic process that you may use. This could be you need to increase your intuitiveness or hypersensitivity, or you already have it and you need to tap more into it. This is about dreaming, being inspired. This is about a strong conviction. This is faithful and tender. As a kid, you told your dreams to the fairies or the tooth fairy. You had pray for what you want or whatever. But this is mental focus. You could dream, you could be inspired, but you have to be focused on the outcome that you want, which is really very good at this particular time because we have Jupiter going into Capricorn. Although we're not going to feel it till the end of the month. However, we can start to visualize and get ourselves organized to move forward. Now, the next card here is the Hierophant. Now, a lot of times you think of the Hierophant, you think of, religious order or like a priest or a teacher or anything like that. But here, this is about focus on knowledge through some type of education or a pursuit of knowledge. This is saying you know what's right for yourself and you know what the right thing to do is in certain situations. You also are very practical, ethical, spiritual, and your intuition, you may be going through maybe like a creative time. So this is saying you have the ability here, or you need to find someone with that ability so that they can tap into or help you tap into making your dreams, wishes, goals, and the things that inspire you, help to bring that into fruition. And that's another thing about this cycle with the Sag here. You have the ability to look at the big picture, step back and look at the big picture and educate yourself, get yourself prepared. Now we still have Mercury in Scorp. So we have some probing and intense energy up until the 9th when it goes into Sagittarius. And once it hits Sag on December 9th, there's going to be a sense of feeling renewed and open-minded about certain things. Now, now you got the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords? What? Basically here, you just like, you feel bound and restricted. Powerless, or like you're some type of victim. Are you a victim? This was upright. See, if this was in reverse, this is really is a question of morality. So why are you a victim? Why do you feel as if you're a victim? In fact, what's that card? The message for that. This is the 8 of Swords. And the message is, do not be afraid even if it's necessary to reconsider your ideals or your ideas, the commitments undertaken or the choices made, if they are causing a continual internal storm. So when you think, is this really a question of morality? Even though this was upright, you know the right thing to do, but why are you feeling so restricted and bound? Is it a question? Or are you questioning yourself? Or do you honestly believe that your dreams and wishes can come true, or that you can manifest certain things? So with this Capricorn going forward into Jupiter going into Capricorn, I would say you need to start mapping out your plan. So by the end of January, certain things could manifest. Now, in addition to that, if you're worried, say, this is of the mind, say you're worried about your finances or a relationship, this is a good time to get serious about your relationships and your finances, because we have Venus in Capricorn until the end of the month, around the 20th. So this is about getting serious. That's still that Cappy energy, serious and being practical. Now, I pulled a chakra card. We got the heart chakra, mysticism. Is there a secret you're holding on to? Is there something from your past that overshadows your life at this particular time? Is there something that you're holding deep within your heart that really doesn't have a place in the future? Now's a good time to look at that. With the Sag, we look at the big picture. How have we grown? How have we expanded? How have we gone through different cycles of life? And after the 9th, we can feel renewed, or a renewed sense of hope, or at least be a little more open-minded on how maybe if this is something we're holding on to, instead of feeling bound, take these swords and see how you can cut free from that. Now, the message card is impasse. So, reflect and redirect your energy. Wow. You gotta find a way to redirect your energy from feeling bound and stuck or feeling like a victim. And if this is a morality issue, really question, what are your hopes and your dreams? What is it that you're putting out into the universe? What inspires you? And maybe that's what you really need to define. So you're feeling blocked because you're at this impasse, that you need to take this time and discover really what motivates you to get up in the morning. What are your dreams? What a strong conviction. What draws that stick-to-itiveness that gives you that passion, makes you want to wake up every morning and feel inspired? What does it for you? So if you picked the fairies and sifts, redirect your energy. This would be a good time to do that. So, last but not least, we have 7 of water. The 7 of water in reverse. So here you're like dropping your dreams, putting the wishes in the wishing well. But here you need to look for a solution and the right path. And also a sense of humility. Humility can take you a long way, that path of faith. This is also a time of learning. But the one thing too is, if you surrender or you just decide to give up, because you know this water, you're probably feeling all emotional and everything else. But if you decide to give up, it may be very hard to recover. And with that said, the first card we got here is the Queen of Wands. Everybody loves the Queen of Wands. She's lovable, she's adorable, people appreciate her, she's cheerful, and she has a great demeanor. Now, is this what you want to embody? Because this is more, I'm not going to say sulky, but it can be, and depending on how far you take it. So you want to find the right path. So maybe you need to talk to a Queen of Wands or embody that cheerfulness, because this is reverse water. So maybe you're just like all emotional, all in your head, and you know, love and drama. Where here is, this is a vibration that people appreciate. This is, you know, don't get me wrong, like you see all the yellow here, all the yellow, these are good things. And with that, because even though she's a wand and she's fire, she is a joy to be around. But don't get her wrong now. You see that little splash of red? She can go there. But she rather use her fire to dance and enjoy life. Although she's a good business person. So maybe you haven't been handling your business, or you need to, or your business or whatever it is that you've been putting your energy in has, now you're in a position or a situation where you just need to look for a solution and the right path and persist. And the next card, the message is the Hierophant. And someone else just had the Hierophant. You know what's right or wrong. You know what to do. This could be, maybe you need to speak with someone, an advisor. Maybe this Queen of Wands is embodied in the Hierophant. Maybe you need to seek some help. However, the message here for the Hierophant is, let me see, had to pull it up here. Alrighty, where is it? Okay, here we go. The Hierophant. Once you have analyzed the situation with foresight, your means, and what you are able to communicate, proceed towards your objectives and ideals. Once you have analyzed the situation. So, all right. So you're looking for a solution. And this is an energy you need to call on for help, or you need to embody. But you have to analyze the path you're going to take, the solution, which is really very good now that we have Jupiter going into Capricorn. Now that it's going to Capricorn at this particular time, now's a good time to get organized, visualize, and if you're a person with the need for results, make sure you balance that that energy of materialism, too much focus on materialism, because if it's all materialism, there's no real balance there. It's just going to make you miserable. So this is really like some balance and reflection here. which I really think is really kind of beautiful because all these seem to be quite positive as far as I'm concerned. And this also is the solar plex chakra, and which I think is interesting. Even though she's the Queen of Wands, that fire, she's got all that yellow but that splash of red. So what's that fire? The fire in your belly that's going to allow you to find the right solution. What I think is interesting, because when you look at the cards here, you see the girl and the guy, it's like a drain here, like a coin fell down. He's all miserable, like, oh my God, my money fell down the drain. But she thought about it, and she got some gum and a string and put it down there to get her coins. Ah, the fire in your belly. Use your intuition. Use that fire to inspire you to find the right path. Use that fire in your belly to not surrender, but to look for solutions. And even if it means taking a little time to learn something new or expand on what you already know, so that you can get your coin. You see, because that's a treasure chest down there. Get your coin. And which is interesting too is, now if you all in a feeling some kind of way, looking for a solution, and if you're feeling emotional, and if it has to do with money, this is really a very good time, because right now we have Uranus in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus. So this is about having a new approach to your finances. It's like getting rid of constraints. Maybe that's why you're feeling like, oh God, I can't dream about anything. I feel so bound, and I feel emotionally constrained until I deal with my finances. So if that's the case, definitely use this time to visualize and figure out how you're going to get what you want. And I pulled the Oracle card. Wow, interesting. Solitude. To some degree, everyone's got some type of, during the holidays, and I didn't touch on the new moon and full moons because I do new moon and full moon meetings, but it's like sometimes there's so much noise, you just want some quiet. So in silence, peace prevails. In silence is when you can come up with the solutions you seek. In silence, you can use this time to map out your plan. In silence and solitude, you can visualize what you want, but just making sure that if you're going to use this time to visualize and organize, that you act with integrity and using an ethical approach. So, folks, let me know what you think. If you picked the choice to go through the door, if you picked the dealing with your mental intuition, or if you picked looking for a solution, let me know your opinion, all right? Please, please, please like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment and give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Happy December. Peace.